Hello, everybody. I want to talk to y'all about really just joining the military, at least my personal experience in it. Some of the stuff I'm going to be talking about is really hilarious. At least I thought it was, and I just felt the need to share it with y'all. So back in 2010, I joined the United States Army, and it was one of the best decisions of my life to actually do so. Granted, I did not want to join the military as an adult. I wasn't against the military, wasn't anti-war or nothing. It was just, I just didn't see myself as a soldier. I didn't think I could cut the mustard and do it. And this is coming from, watching a few friends of mine basically flunk out and getting dishonorable discharges. I mean, that scared the shit out of me because their life is basically fucked. I feel bad for them, I really do, but it is what it is. So, I went ahead, I sucked it up and I joined. I wanted to go Air Force, but the airmen told me I would have to wait 3 to 4 years because the Air Force was a sought after position and they were just completely fucking full. And I was like, nah, fuck that. I want to leave now. I want to do something now. So I went ahead and joined the Army. So I went ahead and I signed the paperwork and everything. Went to MEPS, and I mean when you're in MEPS, it's like the DMV. You're sitting there, you're waiting for your number to be called, and for testing and get your eyes looked at, get your teeth looked at, and to be pretty much told you're a piece of shit the whole time. And I'm like, well, okay, whatever. So you start talking to people, and I talked to a whole bunch of Marines. I'm just gonna give a figure here, and I don't really know how many was actually there, but let's say there was 19 Marines, right? 18 of those Marines would become, military police or MPs. And, I really didn't understand the whole thing with that. I mean, did they want to become military police? Did they just pick it out of a hat? It was crazy because they called in all 18 of these people and they just labeled them MP, 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 MP. And the one guy that was actually there, he actually became some dude that either disposes of bombs like EOD or, he makes bombs, one of the two. And I was like, well, shit, wow, I really hope none of that crap happens to me. So I started getting really nervous because, my test results are, I think they're average, but apparently, according to my recruiter, they were above average. So I don't know. I don't really pay attention to that whole kind of stuff. I have different learning abilities than everybody else does. Thanks, Mom, for, keeping your photographic memory to yourself, you asshole. And I tell her that every single day, too. So I get called and I go and my recruiter's looking at me and she basically goes, hey, you have a whole bunch to choose from. You need to take the time to look at this stuff over. She showed me a video. I was there for 5 straight hours trying to pick my damn job. It was a very overwhelming thing. When you had so many choices and you're just over here like, well, shit, what do I want to do in my military career? And I asked, could you dual MOS? And while as a private, they were not going to allow you to do so. There was some special condition you could dual MOS, and to this day, I don't know what it was, but I couldn't do it from the very get-go. So I ended up picking a communications job. Just went ahead and said, fuck it, let's just do that, right? Really knew nothing about what I was getting myself into besides I had to work on a large satellite dish. And I was like, well, hell, I've installed Dish Network before. I've done stuff with DirecTV before. Why not? And that kind of work did not prepare me for what I would be learning in my military schooling. So, around October, it came to come down to the basic training. And, we go ahead, we head back to MEPS. And we're getting everything signed in and whatnot. And we spend that night at a hotel. And the hotel is a 5-star hotel. It's a nice old-timey building, very historic, and just beautiful inside. Immaculate. And I'm like, well, hey, they're really treating us right here. And as soldiers, and we're also co-ed. There's a bunch of female soldiers in there, too. This old man comes up and he goes, all right, you little shitheads, I'm going to tell you what's going on. And I was like, oh, shit, what the hell? He goes, I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you fuckers. You do something I don't like, I'm kicking you to the curb. You won't be joining the damn military because I got poor boys and girls. He basically laid the law down on us that says, no soldiers from this point on will be able to go and fornicate with the other, with the other soldiers. Meaning, girls, stay in your bunks, keep it in your pants, and same thing with the guys, right? Well, we was allowed to go out in the town and just hang out if we wanted to, and if we happened to meet up with the girls, fine, cool beans. But anything in that hotel, if you end up slipping on somebody and you was caught, bullshit, it was pretty much done. And I'm sitting here and I'm just trying so hard not to laugh because the guy was just going on and on how people would fuck up and just it was ridiculous. I get back in my room and I'm just in there just giggling. My roommate's over here looking at me. And I'm like, listen, yeah, he says there's security cameras, and I believe him, but still, it's just the funniest damn thing. This guy coming up saying blah like Hank Hill, and I mean, I deal with that with my grandfather every single day. He talks like Hank Hill and Farquhar Leghorn combined, if you can imagine that. So I found that to be hilarious, really fucking funny, and basically me and a couple other people, we went out for the night on the town, and well, like the dumbass I really am, I did not bring money with me. I was pretty much just like, okay, yeah, we're gonna go into the army. We don't need no fucking money, and I was wrong with that. I also didn't bring my cell phone, so I didn't really have anybody to text. I was over here just like a lump on the log, unfortunately. I mean, while everybody else was drinking and having fun, I wasn't. I was just sitting there like, fuck. And, oh well, it happens. Not a big deal. Lesson learned though. If you get ready to join the military and you got like one more night just to cut loose. I mean, cut loose respectfully, of course. Don't get plastered. Don't get shit faced, because that right there is gonna be ruining your chances. But just go out and have a good meal or something. Hang out with some friends and whatnot, and take your damn cell phone and live it up a little bit. But beyond that though, so that was the beginning of it. There is a part two to this where basically, things start happening, and then we get into what I like to call Shark Week. And if anybody knows anything about Shark Week, well, basically what I'm going to talk about and how much fun that's going to be. So I hope everyone has enjoyed this little rant I have had. I'm going to try to keep these things as short as possible. I do apologize if they're longer. I just like talking.